Welcome back, guys. My name is Brady Hanna. This is an episode of Strategic Angling presented by K&K True Value in Bettendorf, Iowa. You are now watching episode 1 of season 2 of Strategic Angling. So, last year I made roughly 53, 54-ish, 55-ish videos, in a more of a sit-down informational format. Had great success. Really appreciate everybody watching. But it seemed like people were more interested in seeing us actually fishing, talking about current conditions. So that's what we're going to try and do in season 2. So season 2 is going to be more focused on the water, current reports, fish reports, etc. So while I would love to give you guys an update of the Florida trip I just had and the nice month break off from making videos, I may make that video at some point, but that's not what today's about. Today is about Lost Grove Lake. Lost Grove Lake is starting to produce. I have been out 4 times since Sunday the 13th, so 4 times over the last, 10, 11 days. So I feel like I have a pretty good idea of what's going on at the lake right now, at least for me. So last Sunday, which was the 13th, the water temperature was 39 degrees. I caught 1 fish. It was very slow. 39 degree water, that's a little tough. Then I went back out Tuesday I saw the water temps around 43, 44, skunked. Didn't catch a fish, which is a little odd because the water was warmer, but that's fishing. Then I went back out Sunday, so a week removed from the 13th, was 20th. I caught a 5-pounder, 5'11" to be exact. I've got a picture of that. I'll flash it right now. Was very blessed to catch that fish. I'll tell you what bait I caught it on in a little bit. Caught a 5-pounder, only fish I caught the entire day. So again, kind of still slow. Went out today, the 24th, for the 4th trip. Had our best day yet. Was the worst weather, 41 degrees. But we caught around 12 fish, so that's a great sign. So I've caught all these fish this year on 1 bait. I'll tell you that in a minute, but I'm going to talk about why that bait is effective right now. So I use forward-facing sonar a lot. I have Active Target. I'm sure you guys have heard of Live Scope, Panoptics. I have Lowrance's version. It's called Active Target. I'm catching fish on 1 bait and in 1 specific setup and area right now. These fish are migrating from wintertime patterns, and they're going to slowly start making their way towards the bank, making their way towards the spawn in the next month and a half. But right now I'm considering these fish in like a winter-spring pattern. So what condition am I catching these fish in? Well, I'm panning around looking in treetops that are stock full of bluegill crappie. I actually caught one tonight. You'll see a clip of that at the end here. I caught a big, huge crappie on the bait that's been working. Wild. But that's what these bass are still doing. They're still hanging around small bluegill crappie, eating in 15 to 20 foot of water. So I'm not even looking at the bank. I haven't even made a cast at the bank this year. I've been out 4 times. I swear to you, I have not cast at the bank 1 time. Not saying you can't go out and catch fish on the bank. I haven't heard many doing that. As far as I've heard, not to toot my own horn, but there's not been a lot of fish catching going on at the lake this year as water temps are warming. So fish are really starting to enjoy this current flattening water temperature. We're at 48, 49 degrees right now on the lake. It's been that way for a few days. The weather has been cold, but that has not really brought down water temps. These early spring fish really appreciate level water temps. They're northern strain largemouth. They're finicky. You need level water temps this time of year to get lots of fish. You might catch one like I've been doing, but to have the night like we did tonight where you caught 12 and we caught them in different areas of the lake, you need good level water temp, and 48 degrees is not too cold for these fish. So I'm around bluegill crappie. I'm in 15 to 20 feet of water primarily, or close to it. These fish want to be able to move up and down the water column. They might go all the way up to 2 foot under the water to feed, but then they'll drop back down to hang out and conserve energy, 15 to 20 foot. So find yourself deeper water, and there's plenty of resources available for mapping to show you where the deeper water's at. Look for deeper water, and in addition to deeper water, look for the deeper water with bluegill crappie panfish. Now let's talk about the bait. This is not a video on these bait, but this is the only bait I'm catching fish on this year, and that is a jerk bait. I've been throwing 2 different jerk baits One being the Megabass Vision 110, which runs 2 to 4 feet deep. One being the Megabass Vision 110 plus 1 and the plus 2. Throwing the 110 on a 6'8" rod. I'm throwing the bigger ones on a 7-foot rod. Not gonna tell you the brand, I won't get in trouble, but you can figure it out. Yeah, jerkbait. I've caught every single fish this year on a jerkbait. 15, 20 foot water. These fish are, at Lost Grove, the visibility is great. A jerkbait is an awesome way to catch them because a jerkbait can sit right in their face above them, suspending, and imitate a dying, fish. And that's what they're eating. That's what they're eating for me. I know I'm not the expert by any means, but that's what I've been catching fish on. I would recommend to give that a try. Now, this is only going to work probably for a handful more weeks. A jerkbait is a really lethal cold water bait, but as these fish move shallower and shallower, there's going to be far more effective baits than a jerkbait. But right now, March 24th, jerkbait's getting the job done. I would also assume like a slow rode swim bait would do pretty well. I think a glide bait's going to start to play for some people. But I love jerkbait fishing. I love looking at my sonar. I've got some clips at the end of this video that are going to show that, but that's what I've been catching fish on. I don't have a whole lot more to tell you than that. I'm going to keep fishing. There's tournaments coming out there. The 10th of April, the 16th of April, and then I think there's also one the 23rd, and then Bill Kennedy has one in May of a big bass deal. So tournaments are coming up. Fishing is going to heat up. You should get yourself out to Lost Grove. I think this weekend, the weather might be crap, but the fishing is going to be very good, I think. If you follow this pattern and look for this pattern, I think it will produce for you this weekend. I would love to hear if it did. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Now I'm going to roll these clips. Hope you guys enjoy them. Hope you guys try this out. I don't know if it's a super popular thing around here, but give a jerkbait a try and get out there and enjoy Lost Grove Lake. That is what an absurd amount of crappie bluegill look like. Oh my. There's big bass hanging out here. Oh God. Daggum. I think I might have gotten a bit. It's hard to say.
Hard to say?
Who am I to say? There are so many fish. There are so many fish. Oh. Look at them all.
Just spooking out of there.
Yeah. What? What are you seeing?
Big one just followed me down.
Banging? Can't find mine right now. You were in the top. I got followers. Oh, I got followers. There we go. Giant. Barely hooked. Coming your way. Not a giant, but a fish. A good fish. Sorry. I mean, it was a net-worthy fish. Yeah, probably. Man, wouldn't that be great if that's the class of fish out here right now?
For real.
Huh. You can't fish around that many crappie bluegill and not get a bite of a bass. It's just not how it works. Oh, I just had a fish. Come bolt at that thing. just watched a fish bolt this thing. Where'd it go? There, that fish right there bolted that thing. I mean bolted it. What have you done? There's a fish. Oh my God. No way. That is a slab. Wrong species, but not a bad one.
Big one. That'd eat good.
See you, buddy. Catching? Nah, not really. Right there. I think there's fish hanging right there. You see him? Not a fish. Can confirm, not fishy. Nope. Might be one on this tree though. You never know. Son? Feel big?
Yeah, it feels big.
Big enough. He's on the board, folks.
We caught one.
Show the camera, please. Oh my gosh, that's like what, 7-8 pounds?
Has to be.
This is a real secret spot too.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever fishes here.
No one would.
First bass of the year,
No
really.
one would believe me.
I would not have believed.